Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
A gain of 3, second down.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a first down, and he's also over 190 receiving yards now. What a game. From the red zone now, Rudolph. Setting up the screen, Harris. And just shutting him off there. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. And they're going to speed things up here. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down.
Well, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Rudolph. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are right back in this football game.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw into the hands of Reynolds here.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Now a first down throw. Gone. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun. Gone. Got his man. It's Williams.
He's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And the question now, can they get closer on 3rd down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. Steps away to his left. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Big
come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bumble. Now gone. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 of the 12. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. To throw is gone. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
2nd down and 8.
Rudolph now to throw. And now here's another interception. Jeff Campbell with a pick. And a tough turnover there, as now they will have it at the 6-yard line, 1st and goal.
With such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive, because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Once more Montgomery, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Flushed out right. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Brock Wright
from 3 yards out.
And the Lions have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Trying to run it in with Montgomery.
And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Harris will start the drive out.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little game. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
169 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On the move to his left.
That's down the field and caught by Freiermuth.
And they've got him well across midfield, down to the 30 before it's all said and done. Here's Rudolph off play action. Sliding out of the pocket.
He's got this to Pickens. He's got room to roam, and he's going to be taken down. But there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they can afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Harris not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6.
Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
I have to think that the wheels are really spinning in their play caller's mind now. That little setback there on first down. They'll have 3 more shots if that's what it takes, because they've got to take field goals out of their thought process. They need a touchdown and a conversion to tie this game. What play calls does he have on that sheet?
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Eluding the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
So instead of a 4th down coming up after the incomplete pass, they get a roughing the passer call, and that's going to set them up with a 1st down.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Boswell for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And Detroit back in possession of the football. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
On first down, Goff being chased out left. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Here's Goff. Buying time to his left. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
An important one here, no doubt. 3rd and 4.
Goff. Steps away to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Getting down to the good stuff.
All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Goff now looking to throw.
That's taken in by Ferguson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now Goff. Forced out to his left. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. A big play in this football game. Third down and 1. Now it's Goff. He's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
A little unconventional, but another kneel down here as they work towards a field goal try. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Here now, second and goal. Montgomery is into the end zone. A touchdown, Lions.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Steelers down by 6, 20 seconds to go. And they've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10. Now Rudolph. He's got Pickens complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Well, this offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. Rudolph. Here's one deep for Pickens. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Lions have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign and it did that. I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not